Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr, and it's the Monday Morning Podcast for Monday, September 21st, 2015. What's going on? How are ya? How you doing? I just yelled at like your mom would yell down the street, Jeffrey, come to fucking dinner. Remember that shit? When you could play outside? Without adult supervision because people weren't afraid that there was a fucking pedophile behind every goddamn tree. Remember that shit? Your mom would come out, we had like a dinner bell, and you and your 12 brothers and sisters would come running up the fucking driveway like cattle. You don't remember that shit? Yeah, you guys all just fucking, the day started, right? Your mother would just open the door like, get the fuck out of here. Get out. That was like parenting back then. During summer vacation, they just opened the door and they let you outside. They did the same thing with their dogs. There was no leash law or anything. You just had like neighborhood dogs. They just fucking walked around. And that's the same thing they did with kids. They just opened the door. Get out. Go outside and play. Come back at lunch. Right? And after lunch, you go back out again. And then they'd be, all right, come back out, come back when the street lights come on, come back, when it gets dark or whatever. Watch your little brother. That was it. I think parenting was a lot easier back in the day because you were allowed to just send your kids outside. Just having them standing in the backyard like those fucking llamas. You ever see that shit? You drive down the street and you see a fucking llama. There's so many goddamn llamas in this country. I don't understand it. They're not indigenous to this country, and I don't know how people are making money off of them. You don't ever see that shit in the grocery store, do you? Llama steaks, llama shanks. It's like that fucking guy in with the shrimp boat in that fucking movie with Tom Hanks when he had this George Stalin haircut. Joseph Stalin. Forrest Gump. I don't know. What the fuck am I telling you? Yeah, you can just fucking send your kids outside. All right. Get outside. You filled them up with sugary cereal and you just sent them outside. And then you went outside, you ran around, and you just ran into other kids. And then somebody had a book of matches, and then you just lit the woods on fire. It's basically, I'm fast forwarding through most of my childhood experiences, but that's basically what you did. They just fucking let you out. Man, that seems pretty cool to me. If you were a stay-at-home mother, right? You got 4 fucking kids. You're going out of your mind. Right? Your husband goes to work every day. What's he do? He's a milkman. He's a postman. He's something that has a man at the end of it, right? Because jobs were for fucking men back then, right? They had it figured out. Hey, sugar tits, you stay... You stay home with the kids. Hey, don't you backtalk me. I have a penis. You shut your face. Quit your crying. Quit your crying in front of the kids. You fucking stay home. All right? What are you crying about? Didn't I buy you an oversized jar of Fluffernutter in the cabinet? What do you got to do, huh? You got to grab some fucking white bread out of a bag. You got to take off the twisty tie. That's your big part of your fucking day you're bitching about. I got to deliver milk to everybody. It's in fucking glass bottles. Do you know how much pressure that is? Right? He just fucking leaves her at home. He goes off to work. He's a fucking milkman or a postman, and somehow he can afford a house. Because the bankers were actually semi-regulated back then. The upper 1%, the fucking lunatics up there that fuck each other at these parties wearing owl masks and whatnot. Something with horns on it. Right? Walking around wearing sheets. These fucking guys, the middle class, you could have a stay-at-home mother, a stay-at-home wife. So you went off to work in your fucking truck in your silly little uniform looking like a character actor on Alice, right? And then she fucking stayed home. What does she do? Everybody gets up. She's like, oh, Jesus Christ, right? She takes out a pack of fucking Pall Malls, some Cools, maybe some Marlboros, whatever the fuck, some Winstons. What the fuck did women smoke back then? You know, it's so funny. There's so many comics out there that do jokes about what black people smoke, Pall Malls and Cools and all that I don't even know what. White people were Marlboros, Winston, Salem Lights. Is that what it was? My parents never smoked. I don't fucking know. So whatever. You take out a cigarette, right? So you got your bathrobe on. You got your fucking weight all on one leg with your hand on the same hip, right? Stirring yourself up a cup of Joe. All your maniac kids come down the stairs or up the stairs, and maybe halfway up the stairs and then they're on a landing at the front door if you lived in a split entry. I don't fucking know. I never understood the split entry. You know what I mean? The split entry is the house version of, you ever see those people that have like really long torsos? They have the torso of a 6'4" person, but the legs of a jockey. You know what I mean? That blue collar body. I always tease Rich Voss. He's got that body. Long ass fucking torso and these little doll legs. Right? Just that blue collar body. You're just built for picking up boxes. You don't even have to bend over. You just fucking, your arms almost dragging on the fucking ground. Well, the split entry, that's the house version of that body. So anyway, she makes you fucking fluff another sandwich. No, that's the lunch. I'm sorry. She fucking pulls out. What do you guys want? You want Frankenberry, Chocoberry? No, Count Chocula, Frankenberry, or Boo Berry. Whatever the fuck you had to turn the milk the color of the goddamn cereal. You ate that shit. She let you watch a couple of cartoons. She finishes off her fucking cigarette, stomps it out in that fucking ashtray, and then that's it. All right, go outside and play. Go outside and play. What the fuck did she do all day? Kids are outside, running around, meeting other kids, playing with matches, right? Stealing Playboys. Simple shit. There's no cell phones. There's no iPads. There's no fucking overhead. What did you have to buy your kid for toys back then? There was nothing. Tonka truck. What did that set you back? Tonka truck and a book of matches. I mean, you were set for the fucking summer. So anyway, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking. I didn't even get on this thing. Oh, because I screamed the podcast like a mother yelling. That's right, down the fucking street. You know, nowadays, you got to sit there and you got to watch these little fuckers 24/7. Make sure they don't bump into anything. They all have cell phones. You know what I mean? Like they're working on Wall Street. You know? I don't fucking know. Who knows? They'll start microchipping them soon.